Good evening, my name is Faith Horn, and I have decided to do my capstone project on the impact of women CEOs in business. I am going to be looking this way a lot, but because my computer screen is in front of me, so I'm going to be reading off of that. The impact of women CEO in business. More women are holding chief executive officer positions in large organizations, which suggests a change in the status quo in the business world. CEOs have mostly been male in the past eras, but the changes are now evident. There are now more women CEOs than before. The recently appointed female CEOs such as Mary Barra of General Motors, Jane Fraser of Citigroup, and Emma Walmsley of GlaxoSmithKline have given rise to discourse on the effects of women in corporations as leaders. It argued that gender researchers have found that women who lead organizations are likely to approach management strategies differently, organizational culture, and the profits brought by these changes in management styles. In this presentation, we will discuss the authors and their background, management approach, achievements in their respective organizations, and the environmental obstacles they experience working in such a competitive field. Go down. Career path of women CEOs. Evaluating the experience of the women representatives in top managerial and CEO positions in different organizations presents some similar challenges and skills that the women brought and overcame. Mary Barra's rise at the General Motors Company is exceptional because she joined the company as a co-op student. She progressed through the company's ranks until she became CEO of the automotive giant in 2014, becoming the first female CEO. Consultant named Jane Fraser took charge of Citigroup after working multiple consulting enterprises, including McKinsey & Co. and Goldman Sachs. This offered her the strategic direction she had applied when in charge of Citigroup. Before joining GSK and as the CEO, Emma Walmsley served L'Oreal in the capacity of marketing and general management position, thus possessing a strategic global view of GSK. Such leaders illustrate. Also, I'm squinting because I don't have my glasses. I lost them. Such leaders illustrate how women assume leadership positions due to capacity and overcome several obstacles, though they work in fields known to be dominated by males. Despite their experiences varying, the three individuals are connected by the issues of perseverance, skills acquisition, and the role of mentor. The plights and tribulations of Barra at GM are clear evidence of a major corporation willing to promote talent from within and give its staff a great chance for career progression. Fraser's case demonstrates that leadership positions in the financial field require advanced knowledge that Fraser acquired through years of employment in major firms and the importance of internships and connections. The bio of Walmsley demonstrates the practical experience in various fields such as marketing and management would be advantageous, don't know what I'm trying to say, when working in corporate government. All this experience approximate the increasing number of opportunities for women to attain high managerial positions. Nevertheless, gender is still a factor in these women's lives in their workplace. Each woman who held a position first and foremost in a scientific organization encountered sexism in the setting up of gender roles and prejudice regarding women in leadership positions and their competence. For instance, Barra, the first female CEO of GM, some parts of this industry doubted her capabilities in managing large corporations, particularly one dominated by males. In an era characterized by constant transformation, Fraser and Walmsley in the field of finance and Walmsley in the sector of pharmaceuticals had the same issues in demonstrating that females are just as capable as men at managing corporations under competitive conditions. These barriers reveal that despite the increased numbers of women dominating different positions within organizations and through corporate America, women still face a glass ceiling. Thus, these women's life stories and successes would simultaneously indicate personal ambition and hard work. However, they would also stress the significance of organizational culture and women's career advancement. From the experience of Barra, Fraser, and Walmsley, one can establish that gender has a specific barrier to commanding positions and that having a connection to a mentor is crucial for women leaders. It gives credence to the need to break the obstacles previously placed to lock women out of upward leadership positions. In general, by leading their companies into the future, these women experiences will be an example of future generations of female managers. Profitability of their companies and the comparison to industry. Hypothesis 1. I cannot talk today. Words are hard. Hypothesis 1. Female experience benefits companies such as General Motors, Citigroup, and GlaxoSmithKline competitors, highlighting that female CEOs are profitable to companies. Throughout the period up to the present, General Motors, under the leadership of Barra, has recorded tremendous expansion, most especially in electric vehicles. Similarly, in 2024, General Motor Companies experienced relative growth of its stocks by 25%. Against the competition within the electric vehicle segment for automotive manufacturers such as Ford. Citigroup, led by Fraser, increased its stock prices by 37% in the same year through reconstructing the bank, which enhanced its flexibility to change. In the same way, positive performances have been experienced at GSK under Walmsley, where its shares are above those of competitors like Pfizer in the pharmaceutical category. These financial successes become possible due to the choices made by these females, such as relating the company's operations to the trends within the industry. While selling battery electric vehicles, Barra's strategy at GM aimed to satisfy the unfolding customer need for green products to gain competitive advantage. Fraser's reorganization of Citigroup is a leaner entity. By defining its core areas of operation and targeting multi-international companies was beneficial in helping the bank earn more profits. Walmsley's efforts to strengthen GSK's research and development established the business as a market leader in the growing pharmaceutical and health industries. These strategies point to the fact that women CEOs are aware of market trends within the industry and make the right decisions for business growth. Surprisingly, all these companies have performed exceptionally well under the management of female executives, which implies that women have something significant to contribute to strategic management. This made Barra on the right path for GM to go electric before most of its competitors, such as Ford, were slow to shift into newer direction. Therefore, Citigroup's stock growth rate saw a higher increase in the period under an analysis than under competing financial institutions such as JP Morgan Chase, thanks to efforts made by Fraser. That focus on long-term growth by innovation makes GSK excel over its counterparts such as Pfizer, which for some time now has been struggling, according to Walmsley. This studies presented below prove that women CEOs can lead their companies to success and do it much better than many of their male counterparts or other companies in the same industries. Therefore, having women CEOs for GM, Citigroup, and GSK confirms that they can improve the returns of its companies they are leading, reflecting on the strategies of Barra, Fraser, and Walmsley. They maintain and develop growth by emphasizing innovation, sustainability, and long-term value. This has been so due to the appreciation that women are endowed with special skills when it comes to management. And this is because organizations adapt to market forces when executive decisions are made appropriately. Given the increasing number of women-led companies, more women's ability to embrace industrial trends and bring about profitability will also pose a mass challenge to stereotypical gender and leadership role analysis. The leader impact on profitability. It is worth noting that the leadership decisions involving Mary Barra, Jane Fraser, and Emma Walmsley have greatly affected the profitability of these companies. The current leadership of Barra at GM has witnessed her pay The current leadership at BAR at GM has witnessed her play a significant role in transforming the car manufacturer company into the production and marketing of electric and self-driving cars. The strategic decision has been proven efficient as it corresponds to the trends worldwide and has made GM one of the leaders of the electric vehicle market. As to the financial aspect, BAR has seen to raise GM stock prices by 25% in 2024, indicating the company's visibility. Likewise, Fraser's concentration on repositioning Citigroup, cutting down its processes, and aiming at the multi-international customer has led to the increase of Citigroup stock by 37% in 2024 to make Citigroup one of the most profitable financial firms globally. The same applies to Wamsi at GSK. She has positively influenced the companies through her leadership since she has focused on innovation and long-term growth through new research. Through the strategy management and focusing on vaccines and other health solutions, GSK has placed the company as a leading pharmaceutical company and one of the stock market gainers. It was evident in 2024, for instance, that the stock at GSK was above that of most of its competitors, such as Pfizer, which showed that Wamsi has been very productive in steering the company to post good profits through innovation. These examples affirm the significance of female mentors holding high leadership positions within various firms and organizations, since such executives can pursue strategic goals and adapt organizational strategies to achieve sustainable profitability and increase firm growth in line with market tendencies and customer needs. This leadership style and these women have embraced The leadership style that these women have embraced has established effective and efficient business approaches that have made the companies profitable. BAR has brought the culture of accountability to GM, and since then it has shifted to the culture of innovation and an eye on long-term sustainable growth. To measure the executive's strategic plans and actions, I shall analyze the case from the point of view of the citizens of globalization. The changes by Fraser have made Citigroup a leaner and more profitable bank by cutting costs and getting out of substandard businesses while focusing on fast-growing markets. They say that Wamsi's direction in investing more in R&D has been critical in the continuous market competitive of healthcare companies. These are crucial leadership approaches that are essential to companies show how women can be effective leaders in the corporate world. All these leaders, including BAR, Fraser, and Wamsi, have succeeded in influencing and changing the profitability of the organizations that employ them, namely GM, Citigroup, and GSK. Strategies like clairvoyance about corporate strategy and trends, the embarkation on innovation, and long-term issues that have boosted their financial performance. Such examples prove that women are somewhat effective in generating revenues and stress the role of gender diversity in top management positions. Indeed, as these women go on to steer their business into the future, even more women are likely to be inspired to take up leadership positions in organizations. Cultural factors beyond leadership. Despite showing that females in managerial positions are crucial in realizing corporate profitability, other factors like trends and shifts influence women CEOs. For instance, BAR is leading the electric vehicle initiative at GM when the world suddenly woken up to environmental conservation and the government and consumers turning to green technology. This has been helpful because it expands the industry to which GM belongs. It has helped GM gain a larger market share and improve its profitability. Likewise, the improvement of Citigroup's performance during the Fraser period should be attributed to and the friendly environment towards the banking industry regulations. Policies that have been implemented that affect financial institutions' operations, and Fraser has ensured that Citigroup is compliant and still focused on key lucrative markets. In GSK's case, global healthcare trends have been positive force toward the firm's expansion, as more people or entities are considering acquiring vaccines and health-wise products. Wamsi's focus on innovation led the company to capture growth in these emerging areas, especially in the changing phase of the healthcare industry triggered by COVID-19. Thus, alongside the second external factor, GSK's focus is on the coverage of research and development expenditures, and hence the attractive position of the company to enhance the or sales of health products to increase the visibility. These examples demonstrate an underlying that many external factors like trends, regulations, and societal changes affect a company's success and leadership decisions that influence that success. Women CEOs Mary Barra, Jane Fraser, and Emma Wamsley have introduced substantial organizational alterations. Their organizations now generate higher operating revenue through efficiency, promoting sustainability and strategic planning and innovative developments. These women are examples of how the management of the challenges within various industries can be handled effectively by women leaders, and thus illustrates the more women at the corporate level can help in decision making towards bettering corporate organizations. Despite the struggles and resistance that the workplace puts on women, their achievements portray the resilience and effort required to work under gender barriers. It also underlines this type of employment that embrace diversity. It is essential to understand that where women are accepted in leadership positions, they change the business world, making diversity a strength in any organization. That is my presentation for my capstone part 2. Thank you.